So we all know Dimash for his jaw-dropping voice. But what if I told you the most impressive thing about him isn't his singing? Today we're diving into the life of Dimash outside of the spotlight. And trust me, it might just change how you see him forever. So in my first video of the literally legendary Dimash, which is very much just in a 100,000-foot view of his career as a whole, I very briefly touched on who he is as a person. So who is Dimash when the camera isn't rolling and when the spotlight isn't on? Well, as it turns out, he might actually be a better person than he is a singer. Now, and seeing as how my personal opinion and belief about Dimash is that he is one of, if not the best vocalists to have ever lived, that's a bold statement. Now, I know I literally just said I wasn't going to talk about the performance side of his life, but one thing that I do feel is noteworthy and mentionable in this video is his direct involvement in the creative process and the development of his music videos. And when I say he's heavily involved, he is heavily involved. In fact, the director of his most recent music video for his song Love's Not Over Yet, Galim Azyalov, that was my best attempt and take 3, so we're rolling with it, and I'm sorry if it's incorrect. People seem to crucify me all the time whenever I get people's names wrong, but listen, I am just a guy being a dude that only speaks English and is trying my best. Literally, these foreign names will be the death of me, but unfortunately, I talk about a lot of people with foreign names. It's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, Galim stated, the author of this story is Dimash himself. When we started discussing the storyline for the music video, he came up with a concept on the spot while listening to the track. We picked up on his idea, refined it, and wrote the script based on his vision. Honestly, this whole interview gave a lot of really cool insights into, you know, the production and everything else that goes into a Dimash music video, which, I mean, honestly, if you've ever seen one of his music videos, calling it a music video kind of puts it inside of a box, whereas it really should just be, they're short films. They are 5 to 10 minute short films that are just set to music. Like, they all tell story, they all have thematic elements. They are really, really impressive to watch. And the interview itself was actually a really fascinating read, and it's actually linked in the description down below if you want to go read it, which I would highly recommend. But seriously, who is Dimash outside of his public-facing persona? Well, it seems like he is a rare breed of celebrity. And when I say that, I mean that he believes in keeping his private life, wait for it, private. Which I know is crazy. I didn't know celebrities knew how to do that. I didn't know that they knew how to keep their personal lives outside of their careers. Is crazy. I haven't seen it happen in a long time, but also most of the celebrities that I hear about are American, so I don't know if that's actually more common elsewhere in the world. But here in America, having a celebrity not use their family to gain some sort of publicity or clout is actually, it's a rare thing. So the fact that Dimash does it is incredibly admirable, because like I said, it seems like every other day you hear about another celebrity that's using their family or their children or whatever to stay relevant and stay in the limelight. So encountering a celebrity that doesn't do that and actually believes in letting their family just live normal lives outside of everybody having a bunch of like cameras pointed at them, it's really refreshing to see. Really, really refreshing to see. So he has spoken in the past, like, because I mean, obviously people ask him about his family and all that sort of stuff, but in the past, from his answers that he's seen, I'm not gonna obviously, so one thing that I try to do when I'm talking about a celebrity is I'm not going to like try and dig up like a bunch of like news articles and stuff on their family, because you know what, if the celebrity decides to keep their family private and as a private matter, I'm not gonna spew but what is potentially gossip about them. So in this instance, Dimash, he's touched on it briefly, but from all the interviews that he's given, it seems like he is really close with his family, but outside of his immediate family being his wife and kids, he's also close with the rest of his family as well. So outside of keeping his private life private, what does he get up to when he isn't on the stage? I say this actually as a caveat because a lot of what I'm getting ready to say, he is actually on a stage, but it's for a good reason. So, well, like I said, saying, you know, what he does when he's not on stage, but he uses his platform and his influence to actually raise awareness for a lot of really good causes. He also contributes a lot to charity and works with a lot of different charities. Like, for example, when he did a concert called From Heart to Heart in, Atrayu. That's not it, but that's what I'm going with. In Kazakhstan, which all of the funds from this concert went to help pay for the medical treatment of a 5-year-old. In the following years, he would go on to perform a lot of different charity concerts. These are the ones, like what I'm getting ready to read off, are the ones that I could find up until 2019. I couldn't find if he did any more after this, but it's a lot. So this is going to be a bit of reading, so bear with me. 100 Grandmas and Grandpas, Unforgettable Day, Grand Charity Ball 2016. He hosted the live broadcast for the Live Connection Challenge, Grand Charity Ball 2017, Chinese National Wind Charity Concert, Villa International Beauty Touching, and a solo concert in London where all proceeds went to help promoting young talent in Kazakhstan. Dimash has also become an ambassador for the Listen Project. Now, if you're unfamiliar, this project specifically helps fund and purchase hearing aids for the children of China who need them, and also they help provide education for those children as well. He's also a supporter and ambassador for the Love is Home campaign, which focuses on raising awareness and promoting the adoption of stray animals. And again, if you already didn't think that this man had a heart of gold, like when he turned 25, he spent his birthday going to a local nursing home, and he spent the day just interacting with the residents there, playing games with them, singing. He did an entire a cappella performance for them. And again, it's just every time you think that he couldn't get more selfless, he does. Like when I said at the beginning that he is a better person than he is a singer, I legitimately meant that. And in 2019, when he was set to perform at the World Skill, I don't know if it's a conference or competition or necessarily what that is, but it happens in Russia. There was a local fan who was supposed to go but couldn't make it because she had a chemotherapy, like she was in her 5th round of chemotherapy. So Dimash went and he spent time with her in the children's hospice, and he also interacted with a lot of the other kids that were there, and he gave a performance for them. Like he just goes out of his way every single time to just make somebody else's day better, and it really does restore faith in humanity. So in essence, to boil this entire video down, Dimash is probably one of the most selfless people that I have come across, which again, a massive celebrity using their influence for the betterment of others feels like it's rare to see, which is really sad. But it's truly refreshing to see somebody not just be solely focused on their own gain. But yeah, that was a brief rundown of some of the things that Dimash has done outside of the limelight, and I'm sure there's more. And yeah, it's really impressive to see all that he does for people. But my name's been Harmonic Chaos. I hope you absolutely did all enjoy. If there is another video or another topic that you would like to see me make, please feel free to drop it in the comment section down below, and I'll catch y'all next time. God bless.